All right, hello, and welcome everybody to a very special cast here at Nevermore Nation. Tonight we've got some wonderful action in the Owlet tournament featuring our very own boys from the Nevermore team. My name is Shy Guy. I will be providing color commentary here tonight, and joining me, taking care of the play-by-play, is going to be Aries. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm excited to be here. This came together kind of last minute, but I'm pumped to see these guys in action.
Oh yeah, it should be great action here today.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like we are going to start things off on Nepal for our first map of the series, beginning with the village stage to set everything up. And right now we've got Reinhardt Zarya compositions coming out from both of our teams. Both our very own Nevermore Nation, as well as Power Naps on the other side.
Yeah, they're going for a May over at Power Naps. See if they can get that wall up and maybe get that point very quickly.
Yeah, they're going to go straight to the point right off the bat, try to take up that position, force Nevermore to come into them. But both teams now fighting on the low ground now.
Academy tries to take the high ground, but they're going to have to drop down quickly. That round's going to pop a shield, but Zarya's going to be able to pop her bubble, and the Genji's going to try to go on a flank mace, trying to not have any of it. The ice wall is going to come up over on that side, going to block him. Ron's going to go down for Nevermore. So now it's going to get picked off in this fight. It looks like it's just going to get reset for Nevermore.
Yeah, Power Naps is going to be able to take the first point, just off the back of that May wall alone, pretty much there. There are some trades coming back and forth now, but it's still only 3 members of Nevermore even alive, and now in a weird position, Door and Waller have kind of wrapped back around towards the enemy spawn.
Yeah. That May wall just isolated that Ryan and wasn't able to do anything after. The hammer's going to come down, it's going to get 1. See if Nevermore can get anything out of it. They're going to get 2. Now it's like they're going to have an opening on this bomb onto the site.
Yeah, the Moonman comes in with the Dragon Blade for the cleanup after that Earth Shatter from Iron Sheik. It was a really heads-up play, actually, by Door and Waller. They kind of shifted over towards the Power Nap spawn. Door got a sleep dart onto the Reinhardt for Power Naps, and with that, him out of the way, there was just no one to stop that Earth Shatter.
And it looks like they're going to try to take an aggressive stance here, but they're going to pick the wrong side. They're just going to come over to the left. They're going to see if they can hold this little doorway. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to. The Ryan Shield's just going to be able to prevent them from going in.
Yeah, Basting about to get up to that Graviton Surge. That'll be the big ult to watch for on the side of Nevermore.
Deadeye comes out, but it's getting ice walled. And that's a nice one there. It's not able to pick anything off, but Waller's able to finish off that Ryan, if anything. And they're going to be able to sneak onto this way on site. They nearly have it. They're just going to have to bounce them off of it, and it looks like they have for right now. But they're going to try to pop back, and that's a great shatter. Or not shatter, my bad.
Yeah, it was a shatter that came out from Iron Sheik there. He did get the shatter, the nano boost coming out as well onto Basting, helped him get the last little bit up to that Graviton Surge. Now he's got it along with the Moonman's second Dragon Blade. We'll see if it's as productive as the first one, but look at all the ults that are coming in for Power Naps, but they have lost a member.
Yeah, it's disconnected. That sucks. See if it'll rejoin. They nearly have that grab. It's at 80.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we are having some trouble getting the pause in right now. Our lobby leader is having some trouble. That's why you turn on the auto pause feature.
Yep. Grab nearly going to be able to come up. They're nearly going to have all their ults. Deadeye's going to pop out for Waller. I think he's going to be able. He's going to get that. Death Blossom going to come out. He's not able to get anything, but Moira able to fix up 2, and Damon able to get that Dragon Blade out. Is going to be able to get the.
And he's come back in from the back now. Is going to take
It's
out.
just Lucio, and it looks like this point is done. Nevermore Academy looking to take the first point on Nepal unless that Tracer can get there, but he's not going to be able to. It's just going to be 100% to 42, and they're going to take that 1-0 right now. So if they can get that member back, they need him.
Yeah, it's Power Naps is going to have a hard time if they don't get the member back. At least we figured out how to pause, so we've bought ourselves some time here. for them to get back to full strength. But even with that, Nevermore was kind of fully in command at that point. When their member dropped, who's to say if that changes the outcome of that first point? But Nevermore did look pretty solid after losing that first fight, thanks to that one Mei wall that really came in and started things off.
I think it was just that Mei play. It was really smart to pick Mei at that point because you can just isolate someone if you can get someone in front of that wall, like they did with that Ryan. Then you can just isolate them and take them out. And Ryan's a huge part of that push. And just isolated him off and got him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was kind of textbook as far as like what you are looking for from a Mei, especially there on that village point. It's kind of designed perfectly for Mei. Just the size of the entranceways are pretty much exactly the size of one of her walls, so it works beautifully there. But unfortunately, thanks to that member going down, Nevermore are up 1-0, and now we'll see if they can close out this first map here on Shrine.
Yeah, and they do have their member back, so that's going to be good. They're going to go with the good one here. They're going to go with the triple tank and triple heal.
Going with the tried and true Goats composition right here. Nevermore not going to switch things up, keeping the Genji McCree duo, which I like, especially on this point. The Genji has a lot of kind of verticality that he can play around with. There's a lot of walls to climb.
Yeah, a lot of mobility on this map. You can easily go for a flank. That Ron's going to push up very far, and he's just going to get isolated over there. Looks like he's going to get some good healing over there, and that's Zarya Basting doing a great job bubbling him up. And they're just going to be able... Nevermore Academy is just going to push them off this point, really.
Yeah, a lot of incredible healing coming in onto Iron Sheik there. He was definitely kind of the focus for Power Naps, the person they were trying to take down, but they just could not do it. Dora was keeping him alive, and there was really no pressure on anyone else for Nevermore, so they were able to clean up the fight off of that.
Yeah, it was just great healing overall because I don't know if he meant to go in that deep, but he went really deep, and if it wasn't for that great healing, I don't know if he was going to be able to survive, and that fight may have turned out a lot differently.
Yeah, and now Nevermore is starting to build up to their first ults. The Earth Shatter almost online for Iron Sheik. He's got it, gonna unleash it, gets 3!
Oh, a great Earth Shatter. Damon and Iron Sheik and Wall are able to get some picks over here. Diva's down. This is looking great.
And
Moira popping her ult.
That's
really interesting, considering how they're so backed up.
Yeah, there was no way they were going to be able to push with that one, so really just a wasted ultimate there for Power Naps. And now they're getting stalled even more. A sleep dart on to their Zarya forces them to wait up a little bit. They're trying to go around the right-hand side this time, take a little bit of a different approach out towards the cliffs.
Basting does have his grab, so if you actually can pop his grab right now, and that would be beautiful for them. Earthshatter gonna come out for Power Nap. Grab's gonna come out, and it's beautiful.
Ooh, and all the ults that come out from Power Naps there. They use the Earthshatter, they use their own Graviton Surge. They get absolutely nothing. The Transcendence from Elisaurus just completely shut down everything they were trying to do on that push.
Yeah, they just have a sound drop, and that's it. And this map might be over just from that grab. That grab got all the members of Power Naps, and it just went beautifully from there. They're gonna see if they can back him up. Nevermore. That Ryan's trying to push him up, but he's getting very low, even coming out from above.
Yeah, Iron Sheik's got yet another shatter to work with here. That could be the closer.
Oh, he's gonna get amped up. Diva Bomb gonna come out. It's overtime. They need to get on this point.
Yeah, there's still 3 members of Power Naps in here, and they're getting the kills. They're managing to turn this one around a little bit.
Yeah, they just need to get a couple more kills, see if they can get this Genji. Genji's gonna go down. They have a chance of getting this point, and they're gonna get this point. Nice play by them at the very last moments of that to be able to get it. Maybe they have a shot at getting this. Genji does have his ult, and Graviton's gonna come up. That's gonna be a deadly, deadly combo.
And there's absolutely nothing on the other side to really deal with it. Now Ping Central goes back and does get on the Reinhardt again, so at least they have the shield, but no support ultimate's going to be up, so, Basting could have free reign to kind of end this one here.
Grav is up for ulti dodge, but I don't know if that's going to work. All it takes is one Grav and a good, and it looks like it's coming out, and this could be it. Great job by them. Nothing really happened in this. Oh my god, Iron Sheik. And just everything coming out. Damoon Man just cleaning it up, and that looks like it's going to be point.
Yeah, there's no way Power Naps can get back into this one. And once again, I really got to shout out the healing that was coming in from Door in that last push. You know, a decent Graviton Surge came out from Power Naps. You know, they caught up, 3 or 4 members of Nevermore up in that one, but just weren't able to get any kills through all of the healing coming through from that Ana. So really well played.
And this is the Dragon Blade I was talking about. If they get that combo, then it's done, because they all have to stay on that point, be able to contest it, and just gets 4 and dices and slices them up like a pumpkin on Thanksgiving or whatever you celebrate. Pumpkins. Halloween. There you go.
A turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I got what you were going for, and so that's going to be a very good start there from Nevermore. They looked very, very sharp on Nepal. Really. Kind of, I think the biggest thing that kind of separated these two teams was, one, again, the healing that we talked about, but then 2, kind of the usage of ultimates. I think was really all over the place for Power Naps. They were throwing good ults after bad fights, and that is not what you were trying to go for when your opponents are kind of not making those same mistakes.
Yeah, they just They need to clean up some mistakes, but there was also some great play from Nevermore, great ultage usage, and greatness overall. Yeah, this is just that one Maywall that gave him a little trouble. But
yeah, the brief little hiccups there for Nevermore in that first map, but otherwise pretty smooth sailing for them, and that gives them a good advantage in this series as we're getting ready to make our way to the second map. Going to be Route 66.
Yep. You don't celebrate Thanksgiving with a carved turkey, a carved pumpkin, pumpkin. Yeah, pumpkin.
You've heard of the turducken, but
have you ever heard of the pumpkin? Pumpkin. I don't know.
I mean, I do love pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving, so you kind of combine those two a little bit. I could see it working.
Put a little bit of cranberry sauce on it.
Yeah, just kind of mash it all together, all of the Thanksgiving foods into one dish now.
Sounds like something I'd give my dog.
Okay, so I'm kind of wondering what Power Naps can really do to get back in the series, and I think more than anything, it kind of comes down to communication for them. There needs to be someone on the team who calls when like a fight is lost, because there were a lot of times where they kept fighting even after they had already lost multiple members, really had no chance of bringing fights back,
and they were just getting staggered, and they were being so pushed back so much, and it was just it was tearing them apart.
Yeah, I mean, and then on top of that, you also got to mention the fact that on the first map they did have a player disconnect for the rest of that stage. So
but we don't
I don't want to like assume things, but that can easily kind of get in your head a little bit. You could very easily get tilted at that when the pause doesn't come through in time and it hurts you. It could be pretty easy to have that kind of affect you going forward.
Yeah, and the point's already over with. Yeah, it's good though that they were able to get their player back, but it still sucks. And yeah, it has happened where someone would disconnect and you get tilted, and then you're like, dang, when's this guy gonna come back? You don't know, and then you start rethinking your strat, and you're like, will this actually work against this team? And you start second down on yourself, and it just doesn't go well.
Yeah, but now that they've had a little chance to take a breather, get a little reset, kind of mentally going into the second map. So we'll see if they can bounce back here, or if Nevermore are going to be able to keep pressing the advantage. It looks like it's going to be Power Naps coming out on the defense to start things off.
Yeah. Maybe, you never know, they may end up changing their strategy a little bit. Instead of going for the goat, they may end up going for a 2-2-2 or something of that nature. Because it kind of looked like they're working a little bit enough damage going on there. But also, like I said, it was a lot of communication errors. They just were getting staggered way too hard wasn't able to.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you kind of compare it to the DPS for Nevermore. I mean, Moomin and Waller were both more than kind of pulling their weight on that first map. Were really crucial for getting all those opening pickoffs. And Nevermore was working just fine with the two healers that they had.
Yeah. And also the communication between the tanks, healers, and DPS was going on. Like, you see those ults being popped in between all three. It was just really nicely done. I mean, you see ults coming out from the DPS, the heal, the support, and the tanks just helping each other out, and it was just letting them go. And then they were just pushing power naps back, so they couldn't really go up further to fight for the point.
Yeah, well, Power Naps coming out on the defense here on Route 66, and they're going to break out the Mei once again, and it looks like they might be going for something a little bit cheeky. I've seen a lot of teams do this recently, where you set up with your entire team kind of in this tunnel by the Mega Health Pack, use the Mei wall to kind of contest indefinitely right there by the cart. So we'll see how they can play this and how Nevermore want to react.
Yeah. It may work the first time. I was just going to push this one a little bit. It doesn't look like they know it's coming, but...
They do lose to Moonman first, so it's going to be hard for Nevermore to really get anything going here. They don't have a great comp to kind of dislodge this defense whatsoever. The dive is going to have a hard time really making any progress into this tunnel.
Yeah. But if they get an ult or something that goes in there, it might be over.
Yeah, that's certainly true. Now Moomin on a bit of a flank, looking to go around the backside alongside Waller there. They're just trying to peek in there, find anyone sticking their head out in the wrong spot.
Moomin and Waller are going to go down. This is looking pretty good.
But an even trade so far for both teams, and the fight has gotten a little bit scattered now, and that's exactly what Nevermore want. They have finally dislodged their opponents from that tunnel, so now things get a little bit easier for them.
Yeah. They're just backed up here. They're letting them push the payload a good bit here. Not really contesting, but they're going to try to contest it over that, and there's going to be a good bit of ults coming here. They do have Hondo's ult. That self-destruct is going to come out. Earthshatter is about to be up for chicken, or however you say that.
Yeah, but he's not even going to need it. The kills are starting to roll through. For the defense, they do get to stop the cart right before the end of the second checkpoint, which is exactly where you want it. And they get a late stagger there onto the Moonman as well. So, this is starting to look a little bit dicey for Nevermore. They've got, half of their time is already gone.
Yeah, they need to find something out right now. This defense is just holding them back, and it's really nicely done.
The Nano Blade now going to be available. The Moonman and Dor can combo on that one if they want, but they're not going to have those tank ultimates for a while thanks to the late swaps.
It's going to be interesting. That Trance coming out. Grav's also coming out, and that's going to do some damage. Maisel also came out. Don't know why they put both at the same time, but it works. Waller having his walls on, but not really able to do much with it, and it just pushes him.
And I mean, it's a lot of ultimates coming out from both sides. They pretty much used everything they had. But now with some very late swaps for Nevermore, it's going to be hard for them to build up to more ults before their 45 seconds is gone. They're in a tough spot right now. This defense looking very stout.
Yeah. They got about 30 seconds left to go. They need to get something going. How many ults? Hanzo still does have his ult, but it looks like he gets very close to going down, but he's not able. Ash is gonna come out for them. Waller able to get a kill on the Hanzo, and this is some great opening picks. The Ryan and Hanzo are going down. Moore is also down, and this is not looking good.
Yeah, this is going to be Nevermore taking the first point here. They finally break through. Their DPS start to pop off as Waller and Mooman make the right swaps there, get over to the Pharah and the Ashe, respectively.
Nice shot from Dodge.
Yeah, very well played there. Takes the Pharah right out of the sky with the headshot.
I think Doge actually could have stopped that and maybe got them to stop at that first point if he used that Hanzo ult, because they were all stacked up near the same place, and if he popped that, they may all die. Especially if when they pop the grab.
Yeah, but now, they are starting to retake position on the point. They've got the first 2 opening picks and are looking for more at this point.
Yeah, Ryan's gonna go down, Sheik.
Yeah, so, I mean, and this is the ideal place for the defense to hold. Power Naps is right where they want to be. They've got the cart stopped. They've got good positioning around it right now, but they do lose Doge first thing in this fight. That was a great pick off by Waller.
Waller's been great so far in this game, but the Ursha gonna come out, and that grab is gonna be great. And Farah, just beautiful.
That's going to be a lot of movement on the cart for Nevermore here, which is exactly what they needed. They've got a minute and a half to work with. Now they're going to have the Bob. They're going to have the Valkyrie from Elisaurus, so they're in a pretty good position to keep this one going.
Yeah.
As long as they can handle this, recontest coming through from Power Naps right now.
If they're able to push through this, then they'll definitely get this point. They might end up rolling. On the grab's gonna come out. Ryan's actually gonna go into it, pop his shield up so none of his teammates from it. That dragon's finally gonna come out a little bit late, but he's gonna come out another. Sheik just fighting in that little corridor. He's gonna be able to pick off that Mora with his charge. They're just gonna go diving in here. Great picks from Nevermore Academy.
Nevermore just got set up in such a good position going into this fight. They had Waller as well as the Bob up on the high ground, kind of zoning out this whole area right by the door, and they slowly whittled down Power Naps before they finally take the second point. So now, what was once a pretty kind of slow, difficult push for them is now starting to look very, very good as they move into this third point.
Yeah. Gonna contest with it. Mora's all gonna come out. Great picks over for Power Nap. That Ryan and Anna gonna go down, and everything's just going down. Mercy, they do have a good bit of ults here they can use. They do have that grab, which can go great with Farah, and that Earth Shatter.
Very late stagger there onto Waller. It's going to cost them some time before they can come back in here, but you're right. They absolutely should be winning this next fight as long as they use their ultimates well. But credit to Power Naps right now. They're playing kind of scattered, spread out, not in position to really get a lot of value out of that grab.
Bob coming out, and there's 60 seconds left.
Yeah, but they just kind of fall back behind the corner, and there's the barrage.
And there it is. That's going to be great. LT Doge gonna pop his ult, but it's not gonna really get anything done for him.
Yeah, he gets earth shattered while he was trying to use it there. Well, unfortunately, but I mean, that's not a terrible trade. A Deadeye for an earth shatter in this situation. Power Naps are gonna have plenty of time to get back in here and recontest, and now they've got some ultimates of their own.
Yeah. Thing is, Power Naps has one shot at defending this. This is most likely gonna be the last.
Yeah, for either side, really. And they're going all in to kill Iron Sheik, but they just aren't able to get it done. He gets the nano from Boar.
And this is just getting interesting. This is just going crazy. And ult's gonna come out. Aim assistance, and that is gonna be it. Great job, great recovery from Nevermore. Just being able to roll that ball, keep it going, and just great ult usage. And I just gotta point out again, I know we've pointed out multiple times, but Doors he has been absolutely insane. Hitting most of their shots is just when they matter too.
I mean, that was nuts. To be able to keep Iron Sheik alive in that situation is so difficult because really, like Power Naps just kind of threw everything they had at Iron Sheik. They solo grabbed him. They threw out a Coalescence. They were putting everything into trying to kill that Reinhardt, and Dora would just not let it happen. You know, he even uses the Nano Boost, and then Iron Sheik just gets to start swinging away at all the members of Power Naps. You know, go to town on them, and it is going to allow Nevermore to finish up the map. They have 3.4 seconds left, so not quite getting into overtime, but now they'll come out in the defense E if they can close out this map.
I would not be surprised if the healers over at Nevermore are just popping heart pills at this point when Sheik dives in. Have you seen like some of the dives he's pulled off?
Yeah, he likes to go deep in. I mean, it's a strategy that works for them. They like to put a lot of resources into their main tank and make sure that he stays alive and is getting value. Yeah. And I can't blame them, especially when the other team is running goats or something similar to that. When you're swinging the Reinhardt hammer through all those people, you're going to be building Earth Shatters crazy fast, and that's what Sheik has been doing all night.
Yeah, and they have, and it's just been great. Sheik's just a madman. Let's be honest. He is. Thank you.
Now, Wall, you're going to be sticking with the Ashe right now. I really like this pick. He doesn't have the Mercy to work with him anymore, but this is a very good point for Ashe. Just as kind of the range that she likes to fight in, this works perfectly for her.
Oh, yeah. They're just going to steadily go push the point. See how Nevermore reacts. Doge is going to be able to pick off Ashe, so she's going to get taken out of the equation very quick. And Damoonman is going to be able to go for the back. You're going to get Hanzo. Be able to get more out of this. Possibly. He's going to try to fight out the high ground. Sheik is going to dive down and go into that gas station. And he's going to totally miss his charge. It's going to be okay. See if they can recover from it.
And he's getting pushed back now, but still getting the support from his team. Unleashes an air shatter and gets nothing for it.
Seriously, that was a nice bubble on there from Zarya. Onto that Rein. That might have changed the outcome of that fight, because that Rein goes down, and that's just ultimately all the tank that they have. Can do anything really. And Fox is gonna come out.
We'll see if he can really get anything, but he doesn't have a lot of teammates around him at the moment.
No. He's gonna get Hanzo though. And Coalescence is gonna come out. And Dragon Blade's gonna come out. And Sound Barrier. Everything's pop. It's like popcorn, it's just pop, snack, crackle, pop.
Nevermore is just a little bit too, discombobulated there as they try to come back in here. They weren't full strength by any means going into that. If those ultimates had gotten a little bit more value, if that blade maybe finds something, or the nano boost helps Iron Sheik build up to another shatter, maybe they could turn that one around, but they were definitely at a disadvantage, and they're still going to be in that situation as Pink Central has a Graviton Surge to work with, so they definitely still have the ultimate lead right now, does Power Naps.
Yeah. You're really going to make me pull up a dictionary for discombobulated. God dang.
I like big words, okay?
Grab's gonna come out, and you do not lie. And two picks gonna come out over here, and Nevermore's gonna go down. Two players are gonna only have 4 alive. That first gonna see if he can, maybe gonna try to go on a flank. Doesn't look like it. Gonna try to just back up there. Anna's still alive. But
yeah, the healers and the Far are still here for Nevermore, but that's not gonna be enough to really get a lot of presence on the cart. Door goes down trying to contest, and
I think they might have just accidentally fall off there.
Yeah, I don't think that was intentional, but
that's a keyboard slam. They're just gonna be able to get this second point and see if they can tie this. They have 5 minutes remaining to get this 1 point. This can be a tricky one. If Nevermore play this right, it can be very hard to get.
That's certainly true, but 5 minutes is certainly a lot of time, and there hasn't been a ton of resistance up to this point. But now, finally, Nevermore are starting to come online with some ultimates. They got the Shatter, the Trans, the Graviton Surge as well, so they've got tools to work with here.
It's going to be interesting when they're going to pop this Grav. Because that can really do a lot. They have 4 ultimates over, and they're about to have all 6. This can be devastating. Earth Shatter gonna come out, Deadeye gonna come out, Grav's gonna come out, everything is happening.
Yeah, but Nevermore does not get much out of it. Waller, the only one to find any value out of his ult. He gets 1 kill, but that's still not going to be enough for them. The cart keeps on moving, and things are starting to look.
Urshad going to come down, and it's going to get 2 of them. Not able to get any kills out of it. That bubble's going to come out onto that Reaper. It's going to be great. But Sheik is just so pushed up, and it doesn't look like he's able to get anything, but he's going to try to push up as the Transcendence is going to come out. They're going to be able to run into each other, both Rhines. They're charging into each other, and it looks like she's going to get the better of it. And what a recovery from Nevermore Academy. That is just great from them. Be able to recover from that and everything that's happening. That Earthshatter looked a little shaky from Sheik, but the damage just coming out and healing, and Sheik just going aggressive again. And I don't know if Power Naps can just deal with that aggressiveness from Sheik. Doesn't look like they're ready for it. McCree is up on the top, see if we can get anything.
Yeah, he does have to fall back, and now the Grav Dragon coming out from Power Naps. Oh. They're going to get 3.
Oh, and that is great, and it looks like they might be able to cap this point from it. No tanks are alive, it's just Door, and I don't know if he can do much. He's great, but I don't think he's that great, and that might be it for this point. Looks like we're going into OT. Or, wait, do we even have OT in this?
Yeah, we're definitely going to keep going into extra rounds here.
Oh, okay.
So our teams will both get another chance to attack, but Nevermore only going to have a minute to work with, whereas 4 minutes still on the clock for Power Naps right now. And if you think back to how both of these teams, how it went on their first pushes on the first point, Nevermore had a lot of difficulty pushing through this first point, whereas Power Naps kind of breezed through it more or less. So they've got to be feeling very confident going into these second rounds.
Ready for
battle. It's going to be up to Nevermore to kind of come out and set the bar. They are on the offense first. So, if they can come out and put together a solid overtime push and really move this cart a significant ways, then the pressure can kind of start to shift back in the other direction.
Yeah, but they just need to get this going. They need to come out swinging with that home run. They just got to hope that ball keeps rolling into the parking lot at this point.
Yeah. I mean, and essentially the same defense coming out here again from Power Naps. They're using the Mei. They're gonna take advantage of this tunnel and try to hold this cart very far forward. If they can pull this off, then they are almost guaranteed to win this map.
Yeah, they're gonna go with the same strat from before. That Maywalk's gonna come up and Sheik's just gonna get destroyed. That Roadhog. I'm gonna deck Waller. Gonna get Doge. And that's pretty decent kill. The Moonman's finally gonna get taken out, but this payload's gonna push a little bit, but they need some more help to get this. Coalescence gonna come out. Waller's back trying to defend. This is just Doge and Waller. See how this goes, and Door is gonna go down. Sorry, not Doge. Yeah. Door.
Yeah, Waller's the only one who has been anywhere really near the cart. I mean, Door got his way around there, but now it's only 9 seconds left for Nevermore. Then they're bleeding members still. The respawns haven't come in yet. There's only 4 of them here that got to be on the cart.
And they need to get on the point, and they're barely able to get the over.
Yeah, close. But they've still got 2 members here. Zarya will fall, and Door is the only one who can get anywhere close. I'm not sure if he's gonna make it. And he does get taken down, and
Waller
that's gonna be
able
it.
To, yeah, that was interesting.
surrender to my will.
The dragon consume you.
Where do you think that went wrong for Nevermore?
I don't think Nevermore played that kind of patiently enough. There was a moment where Waller had gotten a pick off, and they had turned the fight around a little bit after losing Iron Cheek very early. If they had taken that moment to kind of regroup and pull back together, I think they had a chance there. But Waller was on this crazy flank around the backside. Door tried to go help him, and Nevermore just got completely split apart. They weren't fighting as one unit. And in Overwatch, that is not a very good strategy.
No bueno. They got staggered and just nothing really good that could come from it. And now they have 4 minutes and 2 seconds to push this.
Yeah, and the fact that Power Naps was playing the Mei there and kind of stalling for time really meant that Nevermore only had one good fight there. They didn't get a chance to kind of fully regroup and take a second chance at it. So now they've got to come out with maybe like the most impressive hold you'll ever see on Route 66 if they want to win this map.
Reddit, get ready.
They've got 4 minutes, 2 seconds to try to keep this one going. So they're going very far forward. They're going to defend up from these train cars, try to get a little bit of a surprise going.
Possibly. It's either going to be very impressive or very bad. And it looks like they're going to come out and that Zarya bubble's going to come out on both sides. They do not have a bubble left. And Chicken is going to get Sheik, and that's not going to be good. And Chicken going off. He has Lucio, and Rich Probo is going to take out the Moonmen. This looks like it's just going to be over.
Yeah, I can't see Nevermore bringing this one back. They've still got 3 members, but Waller is about to go down. He gets earth-shattered, taken out of the fight. They're going to be able to stall for a little bit of time, but there's no way they win this fight.
Here's Sheik's actually going to come back in, surprisingly.
Yeah, but now he's getting focused. He's got a Lucio and a Brig there with him, but they've still got to find kills somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Door, I love you, but yeah, get deleted. And there we go. There's the point. And never mind. Zarya gonna come back in, and Diva gonna come back in. They're gonna try to do everything they can, but Zarya's gonna be able to go down to that coalescence, and Diva is gonna be taken down, and that'll be it for that map. Power nap.
Yeah, there we go.
Definitely we're not napping that map. Maybe take a power nap.
Absolutely not. Nevermore. They kind of had to go for something crazy there on the defense. If they wanted to hold for all that time, they were going to need to pull out all the stops, and unfortunately, they are just not quite able to pull it off. And but that means we got ourselves an even series here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Reddit. We couldn't provide for you. I'll be right back.
Okay, we will take a quick break before we head into the back half of our series. Okay, I'll be back in just a minute.
I'm sorry, your pumpkins. I'm back. How's producing going? I'm sure you're doing great. Oh my god, Coke is great. Not the jug, not the jug. Coca-Cola. There we go. Wait, am I allowed to say that on here? Or am I not allowed to say?
All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, everybody, to the where we are now headed into Game 3 of this Owlet tournament match between Nevermore Nation and Power Naps. Right now, we're tied 1-1, and I am joined once again by my wonderful co-caster Aries.
Thank you. How are you? How's that 5-minute break, Shy?
I need a little bit of reset there in between maps. We've had some good stuff coming out from both teams so far tonight. It's kind of been a little bit of kind of stomps between both teams on both these maps. Nevermore was pretty dominant on Nepal, and then Power Naps kind of clapped back there on Route 66. So headed into headed into Horizon. I really don't know what to expect from both of these teams, but it is going to be Power Naps coming out on the defense to start things off and look like they want to run this Orisa, get set up on the high grounds, really kind of bunker down.
Yeah, it's 2-2-2's going to see if they can come out. Doge on that McCree and a Reaper on Hobo. See how that goes. It's pretty well. And a Symmetra.
I am skeptical that this is real, but I've seen it. I've seen it here on Horizon specifically, just because you can teleport straight to the point. And with the Moira, I definitely kind of think it's real. Waller looks like he's sticking with this, so it's gonna be interesting. It offers a little bit of extra mobility for your Reinhardt Zarya, who can't normally get around as easy.
They're gonna set up over here on the top as Power Naps, and looks like Nevermore's just gonna try to see if they can go straight through the middle, but I don't know if that's gonna be possible. They're just gonna go for a teleport into the middle of the side, like you said before.
They get a tick.
Yeah, and this looks like it's going very well for Nevermore. That Arisa's getting very low, and they nearly get him. But
yeah, he had to fall back off of the point, not there to help protect his team, and they do lose Ping Central in the meantime.
Yeah, Power Nap's actually trying to have to go on the attack for this point right now instead of being on the defense, and it looks like they're able to clap back, but not really at all. And this is just Orisa gonna go down. That may end up doing the point. Hobo does have his ult, but he's not gonna be able to be very useful since he's dead. And Doge also gonna go down, and that's gonna be the point. They have 7 minutes.
Meek needs to get away here. He does make it back thanks to the speed boost. If he had gone down there, that would have been very dangerous for Power Naps if they lost a member right before the second point. As is, they do get time to regroup. They've got a couple ultimates to work with, including that sound barrier about to be online. So, but look at everything that is almost available for Nevermore. They're gonna have 6 very shortly.
Yeah, looks like a top battle coming out from both teams. And ult's coming out, and they're gonna dive onto the point. There's gonna be a huge fight. Determined. Grab's gonna come out from Nevermore, and this could end up doing it. Kills coming in from both sides, and it looks like Nevermore's just, I don't know.
Nevermore is kind of trading even right now, but you need to do better than that as the offense. They do get a single tick,
D.Va is out of their mech. They need to get back in there.
Yeah, and they're still fighting this out somehow. Basting does get back in the mech, so they've got a chance here to bring this one back, thanks to the Moonman on the Zarya.
Hobo goes down. Basting so close to being dead. Door trying to do everything she can to keep them alive, and she does, and they might get this point. Oh my god. And they will.
Holy crap.
What a fight from both teams. Grabs coming out, and sound barriers and coalitions, and I don't know if they need a coalition. I think they need a correction, if anything, on that defense. But
I do not know how Nevermore turned that one around. They were fighting 3v3 at one point on the second point, which on these assault maps usually means you should kind of end the fight right there. You should not keep going, because the respawns are just going to be so much faster. But they stuck it out. Basting on that Zarya was absolutely disgusting. Staying alive, as you said, with the help of Door there, just keeping everything going, and they stuck it out, and it turned out to be the right decision as they turned that fight around.
Typically, you don't really want to stick around because you'll get staggered really heavily, and then your time will just keep ticking down because you keep getting staggered, and they may end up getting aggressive and staggering even more, but they went for it, and it paid off. It was a huge game that could have lost them that point, or it could have won them it, and it won in great succession. Like there were a bunch of trades that came out, and I think it was just the tank trades that really did it. It was just a great fight overall from both teams, but Nevermore they were just able to overpower them in every way they could with trades, and it just went very much in their favor.
Yeah, just kind of crucially, enough of kind of the right members of Nevermore stayed alive so that they were able to keep it going kind of as a three-man unit. They had damage, they had heals, they had a tank there in the form of Basting. So now they are going to be coming out with kind of a high ground Orisa defense of their own. But the triple tank dive for Power Naps right now, this is very interesting.
Yeah. I want to see a Canadian meat hook come out. That's what I want to see.
I'm gonna pretend like I know what that means.
Oh, really? You didn't watch the Overwatch World Cup like 2 years ago? Or not even 2 years ago, like a year ago?
I definitely did, but I don't know what you're referring to.
Oh, come on. It's like Diva, Reinhardt, and Roadhog. Anyways, they're just gonna be able to march right into this point. And again, they're going to have to play defense. It looks like they're going to be able to get this point very easily. It may be. They're going to be able to power back into this point.
Basting!
Great play. Basting. Waller. Basting with a triple kill there. And it's just that Diva, and she's going to try not to get staggered, but it might end up happening anyways. Trying to fall back. But Basting saving that point. Diva's staggered so much. That was just insane.
That was disgusting from Basting there to turn that one around, because like you said, they had completely lost position on the point. They already gave up 2 ticks, so not all is lost for Power Naps, but they are in a rough position now because they used a lot of ults to try to take that one.
Yeah. Now Nevermore, they have 4 ults. Bob's gonna come out. Canadian came out of me there. Waller getting 3 kills in succession.
That Bob was in a very good. That Bob was in a very good spot, and if you look at what Power Naps are running, they don't have any good kind of answer to the Bob. They don't have a Reinhardt shield where they can just kind of back off. They didn't have anything to answer that. Now they've got Baked Chicken going over to that one, but that just means he sacrificed all the ult charge he had built up, and that's a rough spot to be in.
Reptire's gonna come out and he's gonna get chicken, so it doesn't really matter. They're gonna go and push on this point anyway. There's a high ground for Nevermore, and Basting's gonna be able to take 2 out again. Basting holding this point for his life. Another triple kill for him. He is defending this point with his life.
And there he gets the nano boost, unleashes that whole hog, and once again with the Reinhardt out of the picture, there's nothing that Power Naps can do about it. They just get completely torn to pieces by that ult combo, and now time is starting to become an issue for them. They've only got just a little over a minute here. They're finally trying to make their way around the right side, have gotten through without losing anybody, but the supercharger out from Iron Sheik means they're going to have to wait a little bit before they push in.
Yeah, they're just going to go floating like Neil Armstrong out there.
This is interesting. Trying to come through this doorway with a Junkrat on the other side is very, very tough.
Yeah. Seeing Ryan float brings happiness to me.
Okay.
They're gonna supercharge. This is gonna be an interesting fight. This is gonna be very interesting. Supercharge is gonna come out. Mike and Rich Hobo gonna take 2 out. Man, Waller and Damoon Man able to get those. Hobo and Chicken. Trades coming out either way. They're so close to getting this point, and it looks like no, not yet. And it looks like they will. Finally able to get this point with less than 30 seconds left. Now they have 4 minutes and 30 seconds to be able to get the second point to win and to go into OT.
Yeah, but crucially, they're already behind in terms of the time right now. No matter what happens at this point, Nevermore are in the lead if we go into extra rounds. So, and there's absolutely not a ton of ultimates on either side right now. We got the Rip Tire for Damoon Man. If he could come up with an early pickoff or 2 with that one, it could kind of stymie a lot of this.
But Transcendence and Damoon Man, and that Earthshatter is gonna come out, and Sheik's gonna finally go down. That's a big part of their defense. And that Reptile is gonna take out, however you say that name, Moira. And so many kills coming in for Nevermore, and this defense is just perfect right now. They're firing on all cylinders. Door goes down, but She does have her ult, be able to charge someone. But this is just interesting. Seeing these fights.
That Riptire was so crucial from Moonman in that fight. You know, they had already lost Iron Sheik early on and we're at a disadvantage. So being able to turn the tables like that is absolutely huge. And now he's already up to 65% just by spamming away. So, I mean, he's going to be built up to that one very quickly, probably before this fight even really gets going.
That tire had some really big significance because he had to choose between his DPS or his healer, and he ultimately chose to save his DPS instead. And I think that might have lost him that fight, and ultimately. But, oh, and the supercharge is going to come out on Sheik. And Earthshatter is going to come out. And that is beautiful. Basting, Waller. Blasting getting a 4K again. Getting a quad. And Waller stealing that 5th. But that is just perfect from them. There's a 5 ults coming out. God, Canadianism is great. Going out. Over, and they're just gonna take the high ground.
Yeah, I mean, and crucially right now, Nevermore is doing a great job of kind of cycling their ultimates every fight, not using, you know, more than 1 or 2 to win when they need to. So now the Deadeye comes out from Waller, he's dropping down, gets
chicken, the fadeaway, and Waller especially, and Door is just cleaning up that little nade that she has. And they're just pushing him back, and they have 2 minutes left, but so far the 2 minutes that they used has been useless to this point, really. They have 5 ultimates up, they're 60%, Chicken's a 60% to his Earthshatter, but what can they use it? It looked like they were trying to set up to use them last fight, but they just couldn't. And they still have 3 ults over, they have a grab, and they have a Riptire into Transcendence for Nevermore. How is this gonna be possible? They're gonna go from the upside, and grab is gonna come out, and oh my god, this could be interesting. That Transcendence may have just saved this fight for Nevermore. Oh my god.
Oh, that shatter.
Chicken, Sheik, Waller. Chicken again going for Door. Chicken's finally going to go down to Bast. And Nevermore holds on. Basting is going huge right now.
Yeah, most definitely. And, you know, he got the Graviton Surge early in that fight. It was huge to help Iron Sheik build up to his Earthshatter that ended up kind of closing things out for Nevermore, and now absolutely nothing available for power naps. They've got a minute left to work with and 0 ultimates on the board.
I'm going to try to go for the high ground again. Deadeye's going to come out, and they're not going to give him anything with that Deadeye. They're just going to have to hold back, but that's also holding them back with precious time that they need to get this point with. They're going to try to go in. That Ryan charge is able to get one, is able to get that Lucio, and they're going to go in this back corner, but they need to get on that site. They have 30 seconds left. They have time. Moonman and Waller getting kills over Hobo, also going to get Sheik. That's a huge kill. Waller and Sheik are down.
Yeah, but Basting is still alive and still doing work. He gets
Basting!
Hobo!
Basting is basing this. Oh my god. It's like it's her pumpkin all over again. They're just basting it.
He is popping off on this map. He owns Lunar Colony right now.
Seriously, this colony is his. They need to get on this point really fast. They need to get on it. They're finally going to get on it. Moira, this is the only chance they have. Waller going to go down. But Pink Central and Chicken are down. Chicken's finally going to get back up, but Grab's going to not even able to get anyone. It's going to get Doge at the last second. 4 kills are going to come out, and this might be it for Lunar Colony. And it is going to be Nevermore holding on, Basting. What a performance from him. That was insane.
Incredible.
And I'm losing my voice. Jesus.
The off tank there just shows up huge for Nevermore. I mean, all night I think we've kind of been hyping up Iron Sheik. We've been hyping up Door on the heels, but this map, it was, you know, kind of the Basting show from start to finish. His Roadhog was nuts on that first point. Zarya was great the entire time. I mean, he was kind of the key, I think, to them taking the second point on their offense.
Yeah.
And he was huge there on that defense.
This is the 3 scorecards that really matter. Door, Basting, and Waller, I think it was. All 3 of those just had insane games. Sheik was also insane with the blocking of ults like multiple times. I think he blocked like 2 Earth Shatters. But they were just insane with those ult usages. And just Basting, oh my god. Basting was insane.
There's not a negative thing I could say about what Nevermore did on that map. The offense was basically a steamroller. They pushed through. They had over 5 minutes left on the clock. The defense was stout from start to finish. I mean, even on the first point, they were looking very, very good. Almost got the full hold there.
Yeah.
And then pull it off on the second. So now they've got to be very confident as we are about to go over to Blizzard World. This could be the map where they close out the series.
You see, I think on that first point, the only bad thing you can say about Nevermore is at the end there, I think they were getting a little bit too confident, letting them have a little bit too much map control by that point. And it just killed them in the end on that first point, and they were able to hold excellent. Like, honestly, there's nothing bad I can say about their defense on second point. They just gave up a little bit too much map control on the first one, and they were able to get out-positioned by power naps, and it just didn't go well on that first point, but they recovered extremely well. It didn't get staggered at all, really, and it just went great. And Basting, Jesus, yeah, I need a moral for him, but he needs his own Pumpkin after that.
For real, he's definitely earned it 100%.
Yeah. I'm sorry about my Canadianism coming out there a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, no, don't worry about that at all. In these big moments, you gotta let your real self shine through, and even if your real self is Canadian.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So we're going over to Blizzard World, which I think could be a good thing for power naps. They have shown more so than Nevermore tonight that they like to run goats, and I think Blizzard World is a great map for that. So could be something to watch out for as we move on to our fourth map. We'll get into game here shortly, but I kind of want to turn attention, I guess, a little bit towards power naps, just and talk about them and how they kind of respond to the beatdown they just received. There's no real other way to put it.
I mean, you gotta think. Chicken went insane. He had 22k block damage that game. Ping Central's been great. Hobo has hit his shots really well, and it's just Hobo pretty great as well. They've had nothing too bad, but they just Nevermore just somehow pulls it out some way or some other way.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Nevermore, obviously the individual plays have been nuts for them, but you can see the communication shining through because of the way that they are using ultimates. I mean, especially on that second point defense, it was like every fight was like one ultimate, get a kill or two, and start the fight off with that. They were even getting stuff out of like a Deadeye, which is not an ultimate that realistically should be getting you kills most of the time. It's not usually super effective, but they were able to make it work and really just kind of shut down power naps at every turn.
This looks like we're ready to go over here. Blizzard
I'm
World,
ready.
Set to go. Who do you have your money on this one? I don't know if power naps can power through what just happened. That full hold was just insane. And I don't know if psychologically you can actually fight through that. You may be a better player, but we've seen even in the Overwatch League and Ultimate stages where if you just get blown out like that and a team just performs excellently, can you get through that and power through and just go for it?
Yeah, we'll get a chance to see how power naps respond, but I'm kind of with you there. I don't think after seeing that performance on Horizon that I could pick this any other way than going in Nevermore's favor right now, and we'll see if our boys can pull it out here.
But you also got to think on the flip side of this: is Nevermore going to get too cocky, or are they going to have the winning mindset of, okay, we're going to win this, or we already have the upper hand. We got this. Don't get too cocky. Just go for it. And you have this. We know we're better. And have that confidence. Or are they going to have the cockiness that could get them, which can be a reversal of what they need? I mean, it can happen on both sides of this.
Yeah, most definitely. Nevermore could easily find themselves in a situation where they kind of get over aggressive, think they've got this one in the bag. But, I really do want to point, I love the comp that the Power Naps is coming out with on their defense. The Ash Junkrat is just going to be such incredible damage coming out from them, and I love it. And Waller once again picking up this Symmetra.
Oh, see how this goes.
Yeah, it's a little more interesting here on Blizzard World because you don't necessarily have the same kind of teleporter like value that you get on Horizon. It's not like you can teleport straight to the point and the defense won't be there to meet you.
Yeah. Looks like they're gonna try to go for this high ground over by the hippogriffs, and so this goes. They're gonna Power Naps are just gonna play the point.
Ooh, I love this. They're teleporting to the opposite high ground.
Oh, this can be X. Hobo. Great bubble into Hobo, but I don't know if he's going to be able to survive this. It looks like he is great healing going out. Chicken able to get Iron Sheik, and Basting's going to go down Quig. And this is just going to be very interesting. Basting looking for any of the ult charge he can get while he's unmech'd. Able to get a little bit, but some really great plays over here. Quig! What a shot onto Basting.
Yeah, big brain blaze there coming out from Power Naps, especially Rich Hobo, who kind of spotted out the teleporter, was able to take down Waller like as soon as he came out of the teleporter. He got deleted instantly with no chance to react, and that kind of started the snowball there for Power Naps to get that first hold. And now Nevermore going to change up tactics a little bit. Waller picking up the Widowmaker.
And we've been pointing out Door in this game of great healing, but how about Meek and Koyaza? I don't know if I pronounced that right, but great able to recognize Hobo, picking that up, and Hobo was really low, and they're just gonna go for this. Ryan's gonna be supercharged, he's gonna charge in there, but he's not able to get anything. Chicken's gonna be able to take out that Ana, but he's gonna get traded out. Koyaza goes down, Chicken goes down, and what a tire from Hobo, but Basting and Waller going here.
Yeah, Basting manages to find him while he's channeling that Riptire. Can't defend himself, and now Quig is the only one remaining for Power Naps, and he's going to go down. That's going to be the first point going over to Nevermore.
What plays over there by both teams, really? Quig trying their hardest to get that. Chicken dives in there, see if he can get some help from his DPS, but they just were locked in on that site and weren't able to really get anything going. But Chicken does have his ult, and Transcendence nearly gets up as Waller just destroys them.
That was a great pick. Used the grapple to get himself up in the air, hits the mid-air headshot onto the Zenyatta, and that's just going to be Nevermore keeping this train rolling. They are moving.
Waller's just insane with these snipers. Like, we saw it with McCree, kind of a sniper, and then you get Widow, and it's just, he's doing excellent.
I mean, he was great on the Ash earlier when he was playing that as well. So the hit scan definitely seems to be his specialty, and he is rocking it right now.
And you remember when we were talking about the psychological effects and stuff right now? It looks like it may be going on for the cockiness for Nevermore, as you see in chat with Door and all of them, but it looks like they regrouped it a little bit there. Bob gonna get popped out, see if he can do anything. Can be useful. Grass gonna come out. Ping and Chicken, and Quig and Chicken again. Waller finally gets a pick, but it just looks like that is a hold and a half. Basting, Basting is trying, but Little Diva, that was such a great stagger from Chicken and Zarya. It was just great from Ping.
Oh, but Waller gets a really early pickoff. He was still up on the high ground that whole time. They didn't know he was there. He takes out Quig, so that's going to give Nevermore a chance to kind of retake some position here, force Power Naps back.
Yeah. Waller nearly is a great shot. Oh, and Diva, pop her roll. Gets one, gets Ping, and Chicken's down, and this hold is going badly. Koyaza is down and Nevermore. Quig gets Waller though, that's a positive. But how many positives can you get from that? Meek, Quig, Rich Hobo, Koyaza, all down. It's just Chicken and Ping, and Chicken's gonna go down. This is just a terrible stagger at this point.
They can stagger Ping too if they chase him down, get the speed boost going.
Yeah.
But we're just now gonna try to regroup with this team.
They got 3:30 left.
Yeah, they've still got a lot of time to work with here, and they're about to be approaching some ultimates of their own. They got the Shatter, the Graviton Surge almost available for them. But here comes the tire from Rich Hobo. We'll see if he can get anything. It's really far from where Nevermore is set up right now, and they know it's coming.
Quig takes down Waller again. It looks like he's winning that Widow duel. But Zarya, or Ping, sorry, and Chicken are just trying to hold them back right now. Looks like it's kind of working, but there's kind of going with a little bit of a poke method as Nevermore, and that Earth Shatter look.
That had to be a fat finger. That had to be a fat finger. Yep.
Yeah.
Iron Cheek in the chat confirms my suspicions. That was not at all intentional.
Oh,
but
that's gotta hurt.
yeah, we'll see if he can build it.
Grab is up for the. See if they use it right now. It could be a very deadly. And it looks like they are.
Both teams grab, but the trans there for power naps.
Looks like they're gonna win that one. Ping is able to get Ellie, and the Moon Man is gonna go down to Ping, and eliminations coming out on both sides.
Iron Sheik just like charged the opposing Reinhardt into the pit. Now unleashes the Earth Shatter, takes down Ping, and chases down Meek as well. So that's gonna keep this cart moving.
Oh, greatness. Gotta love it. Sheik is just confident with every time he goes in because he knows he has Door and he has Ellie. He knows that he can trust them. And it's great because you need that trust to be able to go for those people.
Oh, here comes the bomb over the top. Is gonna take down Rich Hobo. That's the opening.
They need this. They need this hold. They need it bad.
They're not going to get it because it's just Ping left alive and he goes down. There's no way any of them can make it to this point. That is going to be it. Nevermore get 3 points on the board. They do it in a very fast time. I didn't see exactly what it was. I want to say like a minute and a half. Yeah, something like that. They are sitting very pretty.
And we know how their defense... Oh, nice. Perfect.
Exactly. We're just that good.
Exactly. See, now we know that Nevermore's defense is so good, but can they bring it out on this map? That's the real question. Because if they can, it's over. It is over because I got that little bit of a point to contest with on the first map, or sorry, not the first map, the first site, and they need to contest that, and they contest that like they have on Lunar Colony and on Nepal, then they have this in the bag. But they just cannot let them steamroll. They cannot let them ball up and just keep going. They need to get a stop wherever they can and go with it. Because I feel like when they do that, they just get confidence. Like, especially on that first point and the second point of Lunar Colony, it would be shown on the first point too, where they get the first win on the battle, and then the first fight. And they just steamroll, and they got like 3 more, and then they finally lost on positioning. But then the second point, they just steamrolled them because they got so much confidence, and they just knew it was coming. And it was just great.
For sure. I mean, I think, one other thing to note about that is on top of kind of being confident, if Nevermore win the first fight, that means that they're going to start building in the ult advantage. And from what we've seen from them so far, they're not going to give that up at any point. They are going to be using ults efficiently. They are going to be getting value out of them. So it becomes very difficult for Power Naps to kind of bring it back if they lose that first fight. So they need to be quick here because, I mean, really the objective for Nevermore here, yes, a stop is wonderful, but if you take all of the time off the clock, force them to finish in overtime, then you are in a great position to win Blizzard World.
They're just gonna be able to. They're giving up that choke point, but let's see if they hold this. Quick's gonna try to go around with that Genji. It's gonna be a Genji duel between the Moon Man and Waller. Jesus Christ, Waller. He's just banging them out right now, and this is going great for him. Getting 3 picks. Waller, are you walling? At this point,
he's walling out.
Hack accusations. I'm just kidding. Let's not get that started.
No, but I mean, right now, especially on that first push, Nevermore just had the perfect comp to kind of deal with what Power Naps were trying to bring out. They had their Reaper, and Waller was just kind of plinking away shots from long range. There was no way for Power Naps to kind of close the gap and get up in his face at all. So he had free reign, and that is not a recipe for success if you are Power Naps.
Not at all. You do not want Waller to get any space.
now they've come around a different angle, not going to give him as many long sightlines to work with.
Coalescence is going to pop out. God, Canadianism. And then there's going to be a Shatter that ultimately kills him. Quig's going to finally get Wally. That's a big piece. Iron Sheik's going to go down. Mamoon Man is going to close up. Miki.
Oh, no.
And Moon Man. Hobo goes down as well.
Oh my god, he just got 5 kills.
Man.
He got 5 kills in that fight.
He just went moonwalking all over them.
Holy crap.
Michael Jackson, is that you?
Didn't even have the nano blade or anything to work with, just the dry, dragon blade going in alone, putting the team on his back in that situation and really saving that fight, because by all means they should have lost there. They were down 2 members. Yeah. They were in the hole, and he really brought that one back.
Yeah. See if Waller's gonna get some movement space. It looks like they're trying to crowd Waller again. And that definitely worked last time, because they were able to get the kill and they were able to get a little bit of pressure. But it was the Moon Man that actually ultimately won them that fight. But and it's going in. Oh, this is not good. Sheik powered up. The Moon Man. Sheik going huge. Sheik again. And that grab and that boost. It was a recipe for disaster. I would have liked to see Sheik hold on to that Earthshatter. I think they had already won the fight there. One of the few times where Nevermore kind of throws in a little bit more than they had to, but still they're gonna win the fight. They're gonna have Source's Transcendence coming in this next one, so they've still got tools with which they can win this fight. But power naps are absolutely loaded here. They're gonna have 6 very shortly. Yeah. Vegeta's ultimate's gonna come up, see if...
Oh, they're going for door, but he backs off. He knows they're coming.
The Moon Man and Ellisaurus and Ellie has this going. Coalescence is gonna come out. Shatter gonna come out. Bastion is not gonna be able to get killed. Another grab is gonna come out. Sheik and Chicken are battling right now. There's 30 seconds left to Moon Man, but he's gonna get countered out with this sound barrier. And it's just been a trade right now, and power naps do not need to trade right now. They need straight going into the site and getting some kills. Door goes down, that's huge. Chicken goes down, and that's not good at all. They need this. Basting.
Not going to be able to pull this one out. Not going to have any miracles this time around. And that is going to be power naps taking it, but that is exactly what you needed if you're Nevermore. Sure, you don't get the full hold, which would have won you the map right here, but you force them into overtime. They are going to have a hard time finishing this map now. And if they do, it is unlikely that they have any time left.
Yeah, they just like you said, they went into overtime. They have 2 minutes to get this to the other point, but knowing Nevermore, I feel like they're going to be able to hold this off. Maybe it'll get close, and there's a possibility that they'll be able to get into that second point. But I don't know.
We'll see. Well, no, it's already taking the high ground right now.
Yeah.
Not contesting the cart for the time being, just kind of letting it roll freely. So they're in a bit of an awkward spot here.
It looks like they're trying to depend on Waller to get these picks and then dive in. Maybe trying to go for a contact a little bit there.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea given how he's performed so far.
Oh yeah.
But
it doesn't look like it's gonna work really right now.
He gets the pick on the Quig though.
Never mind. And like I said, they're just gonna go for a contact a little bit, but it's not gonna really get to work because. And another. Oh my God! It is a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, I mean
and just go ahead and get the baby wipes.
That is the reason. That right there is the reason that I thought it was weird that Nevermore tried to fight from the high ground. They should have taken a fight way earlier there, because now this point is done, and they only got to fight one time. And that's exactly what you needed to avoid as Nevermore, because now there's time to finish this map. Power naps could finish this with a little bit of time left and get another chance to attack again.
It's still going to be an uphill battle, but yeah, like you said, they
Look at these staggers!
It's insane! Waller! This blade's gonna come out.
Okay, they pour all their ult into that. They use Trans, they use Dragon Blade, they use Grav, so they are gonna finally get the stop that they needed.
Yeah, Sheik still has his ult, and Waller's about to come up on his walls, which I don't doubt he has at this point. Anyways, I'm just kidding. That's a CS:GO in me. I'm sorry. And here we go.
Yeah, and he gets a late kill there onto Quig, so, and the Earth Shatter gets absolutely
Double
nothing.
Earth Shadow. Harbor's gonna go down. He's just Sheik and Basting. We've been talking about Basting this entire time, and Sheik's also gonna get a double here. And they actually surprisingly use the supercharge on Basting there, which is honestly is not a bad idea considering how he's performed so far. And it looks like they're just gonna try to farm them here.
And
I don't think that's a good idea, but
you know, crucially, that also helps Basting kind of even the playing field a little bit when it comes to ult charge. He's back up to 75% now. Gonna be getting to that grav, you know, pretty soon here. So that is perfect for Nevermore.
Ping's about to get. Ping's got his grav, but Waller just doing damage in this background, and they need to contain him. And Quig does that perfectly. Looks like nothing. And that Earth Shatter, Sheik's gonna get his supercharge, but it doesn't look like, and he's gonna come from a 60 seconds remaining to go. And Sheik just dives in there, and that's one of those times where he shouldn't have dived in there. He didn't really have any of his supports able to go with him. And Chicken able to get his grab, or not grab, sorry, Earth Shatter. He's gonna get slept by Mike, Chicken, and Ping Central, and Hobo get picks all over the place. It's a stagger.
This is the fight, though. This is the one that, you know, Nevermore now is going to have the ult advantage here. They've got 4 ults, including the walls up now for Waller, and he's going to be looking for targets. They've got the chance here to end it in this moment.
Yeah, this is the one. The Moonman popping his ult. Sheik, Waller again going huge. Chicken getting the Moonman. Basting is going huge again. When is he not in these clutch moments? And he may have just sealed their victory. But Mike is coming around. He's going to get that boop and see if he can contest this for a little bit more. But it's going to be a 3-on-1 with him. See if he can hold it until his teammates get there. Looks like Ham's going to be able to get there. But is that going to be enough?
Back. They've gotten a couple kills now. Oh my god. No. They're going to turn this around. It's happening.
Trans is coming around. Sheik is like the only last resort here.
No.
Ellie's gonna go down. Sheik is trying to fight with all he has. He's not able to get it. They need to get something. It's to Moonman and Waller, but they're gonna get held up. Hobo switches over to the Tracer. Sorry, and then they're. Oh my god. Basting goes over to the Tracer, not able to get anything. Door is holding this off. This is insane. Basting, how are they holding it off for this long? Sheik's coming back. A grab is gonna come out. Earth Shatter. Bombers, Rich Hobo and Chicken getting kills there, and this Sheik, and how is this going on for so long? Overtime is so ticked at this point.
And they aren't leaving
the car. Finally gonna get there. What a hold.
What a push from Power Nap. Like, how the heck did they turn that one around? It was literally just Meek on the cart by himself, stalled for just enough time for his teammates to make it back into that one. They swapped over to all those fast heroes, got back with the Wrecking Ball, the Winston, and closed that out. That is a miracle hold, or a miracle push from Power Nap there as they close out. Blizzard will give themselves a chance here. They're still fighting an uphill battle. They've got to hold this first point for a minute and a half. They can't give up a single tick or this series is over. But they are still alive. But just the thing about that, Meek coming in on that Lucio, barely just able to get the overtime going, and then they have 5-6 players on the point for Power Nap, and then Nevermore somehow coming back, Sheik able to come back, and that fight went on for so much longer than it should have on both sides. Nevermore should have been able to get it. It was a 3-on-1. Meek somehow stays alive for just enough time for his teammates to get back there. And then the Power Nap should have ended that fight a lot sooner before Sheik and any of them got there. So it was just great play from both teams and also some mistakes from both teams. But it was for sure. What a great last. I mean, and I want to throw one thing out there. Meek with a huge heads-up play there. You know, he saw that, you know, the fight right before overtime, right before he touched. He saw his team was losing that fight, and he kind of hightailed it out of there, got himself to a safe spot where he could come back in and recontest before the time was up, and it completely saves the map there for Power Naps. As they've got a chance here. They've got to hold for another minute on this point. We'll see if Nevermore can find a way in. Like you said, great heads-up play. How is Waller on this flank? What?
Wait, what? Waller!
I don't know how
stop.
Waller got back there.
Well, he did, and that might just turn it around.
I mean, I think that's going to be it. It's going to be really hard for Power Naps to get back in here. They lose Baked Chicken. They've lost their diva out of Mech. Pink Central is trying to save it. Meek is the only one alive yet again. It's not going to happen this time, though, as he gets taken down by Basting.
Oh, my goodness. This Sotek, and it's just Quig, and this is not going well, and it is over. Nevermore prevail. What a match from both teams. GG's deserved all.
Yeah, what a match. What a map there to close things out. That was so fun to watch between these two teams just trading blows there on Blizzard World.
Yeah, even though Chicken got to play the game, I think it could have gone to 7, 8 of these plays that happened.
For real.
But, like, seriously, this is insane. Wow. Just... wow. 5 minutes and 6 seconds of objective time.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I gotta somehow... I'm gonna have to go back and watch this again, because I still have zero clue how Waller got himself completely behind the enemy team up on their high ground by himself. Like, he went on the craziest flank there and somehow pulled it off. So well played there by Nevermore, by Waller there to close things out, secure the victory for Nevermore. That was a crazy series.
That was great. That was great from everyone. Nevermore having those insanely great holds from Lunar Colony, and then just great plays from Nepal, that ice wall, and then just everyone going great on that one.
Okay, so now that we're done, I'm going to ask you a very tough question for this map, or for this match. I want to know who your MVP is, and there are so many candidates you can choose from.
I think I can choose multiple for each map. Can I choose one for each map?
I mean, yeah, you do you, man. All
right.
You can't choose one for the whole series. Give us map by map if you want to.
Map 1, I gotta go with Thor. Thor had an insane map 1. She just went off those. She kept Sheik alive so many times when he dived in that there was like 4 or 5 times I think he would have died if it wasn't for Door's incredible plays, nades, and just sleep darting them the entire time. It was excellent. And map 2 was Lunar Colony. And
no, map 2 was Route 66. That was the one Power Naps took.
Oof, that one. Do you have an MVP for that one?
I think I would give it to probably Baked Chicken there. His Reinhardt was really good, and I mean, to some extent, I think this is a little bit of a pick over the entire night. I think he was maybe the best player for Power Naps throughout the evening. You know, he was very consistently good for them. So I want to give him a little bit of shout out, because I don't think he's going to have a chance to win an MVP on either of our last 2 maps.
Yeah, and map 3.
It's got to be Basting. Like, there's no other choice.
There seriously isn't. He was so clutch so many times.
Basting show multiple times, right?
Seriously.
For real.
He was basking that Pumpkin so much in that map. That it just went so great for him. I mean, you got to think of all the plays. He had like, what was it, like 4 or 5 triple kills that ended up just winning the map in general. He saved Nevermore so many times on defense on that second point. It was insane. Those grabs he did were phenomenal. His comms, I presume, I didn't even listen to the comms, but I presume they were insane. Like, I mean, the way that they were able to communicate when he was going to grab, and the Moon Man able to go over and use his Dragon Blade or whatever was happening, whatever ult was going to be comboed with it, or just Sheik getting power boosted with that grab. It was just great from both players. And Basting also, another thing is his bubbles were great with Sheik.
Mm-hmm.
And they had such great chemistry with that, and it just worked so well for both of them.
Yeah, most definitely. And you know, that brings us to the closing map, and once again, I think the pick is kind of obvious here. I think it's got to go to Waller. His Widowmaker there on Blizzard World was just nutty. He kind of dominated, especially on the attack for Nevermore. He was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, he really was. There was just I don't even know how he hit some of those shots. I feel like aimbot just went into effect. Just boom, 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 flick. I feel like it took a little bit of time for him to warm up a little bit, but once Blizzard World hit, it was game over. It was either on McCree or Widowmaker. I do have to say, the Widow on the other side, what was it, Quicks?
Quick. Yeah, he was holding his own in that Widowmaker duel, which is very impressive, given how Waller was performing. So big props to him.
Yeah, and there were definitely some people that we did not give as much props to as they probably should have. But
there always are.
Yeah, you gotta look at all the players that are in that and look what happened, and you gotta see what those players did, and it's just overwhelmingly Basting was insane, Sheik was insane, Door was insane, Quick was insane, Chicken was phenomenal, really, for playing. I mean, when you're matching up against Sheik and Door as that combo, and then you also got Basting, how are you gonna really match up with that? It's just, you got to give credit to some players, and some players may not get the credit they deserve. They definitely deserve a lot of credit. Everyone in that match was absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion.
Yeah, for real. That was one of the more fun matches I've got to cast in a little while. So I'm very excited that we got the chance to do that. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure working with you for the first time here. Yeah. So I hope we get to do it again in the future.
Yeah, and great broadcasting from Unholy Raven.
For sure. Shouts out to the producers.
I haven't done any producing since, it's been a long time. It's been since sometime in November, I think, is the last time I did this, because Soldier and Lethal have stepped up, and I've been doing other business tasks for Nevermore Esports. But you know what? I can fill in, right? I didn't do that bad.
Good to have you back.
Yeah. We killed it. Yeah. Right. You did great. You did great, bud.
Oh, all right, well, you guys were amazing. You guys had good synergy together. You guys were doing great. Great commentary. The boots came out, and every time they did, I chuckled a little bit. I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
Stories of boots.
Yeah,
for sure.
Was good. Yeah, thank you guys for all of your hard work tonight, and Nevermore Academy. Congrats on your win. Power Naps, you guys put up a good fight, and I enjoyed watching it. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next time in Owlet.
Good night.
Good night.